All right, we're here with Stephen Sheftal, and he's going to share a little bit of information with us on his, what would you call this particular contraption?
Well, I've been debating. I called it my trauma bag when I started out, but there's a lot of generic, just general first aid supplies in there, so I would just call it like a group emergency medical kit, or I don't know, insert your favorite name here, but I'll just show you what's in it, and then we can debate on names and labels later. First off, as with any medical kit, you're going to need clean gloves. Oh, that's the wrong zipper. I made this yesterday, so I'm still getting a little used to where everything is.
Alright.
In each of these Ziploc bags, I've included 2 pair of gloves, so there's a total of 4 gloves in each bag. And I kind of do that because I figured if I'm digging in this bag, since it was originally a trauma bag, hopefully I've got someone to help me with whatever first aid I need to apply. And so this would be, you know, for me and my buddy. Got Q-tips in there, just kind of like the sterile, single-use item kind of pouch right there. And on this pouch is the less critical side. This is just generic discomfort kind of stuff. Antacid tablets, you know, stomach indigestion, whatever. Vitamin B12 for energy, just if someone's really passing out. Ibuprofen. And this is lidocaine cream. And for those of you that are not aware, lidocaine is a skin desensitizer. So, for instance, if I had a massive gash here and we couldn't get to the hospital because there was no hospital or we're extremely rural or whatever, I would apply this around the wound site before I started having to sew myself up, just to kind of take the edge off and prevent me from having to, you know, bite the proverbial bullet. So that's kind of there. I plan on adding some more over-the-counter medications that are commonly used. It's just kind of my start right now. This is a little bit of a work in progress, but it's mostly complete. And inside the main compartment here, alright, so on the exterior compartment you notice like this little nice webbing here contains a pair of shears. I got off Amazon for relatively cheap. More of our diagnostic pin lights with pupil gauges and whatnot. These are, you know, little disposable ones. I think they were like $1 a piece, so not too bad. 2 cold compresses for sprains, you know, since we're going to be probably walking. I imagine this kit would be something that would go in my truck. I don't really see me carrying it all the way because it's a lot of gear. But hey, you know, if I need it bad enough, maybe I would. A little notepad in case I come upon somebody that I don't know, and let's say they have an allergy or something, and like, hey, I need to write down what medicine they're allergic to before the EMTs show up. Like, if I just happen to have this in my truck, for example. But I probably won't because of the value, and I'm too worried about it being stolen. But you know, it just seemed like good to have something like that. Also got some 3M medical tape to hold down dressings, whatnot there. And kind of moving into the bag a little more now. In this front compartment, I have a stethoscope. It was like $10, so not too expensive, but could be useful. Instructions, and so that's where that guy goes.
You had a good point too, Stephen, that you may run into a doctor in a bug-out situation.
Yeah, it's quite likely that maybe they just don't have any gear. They picked up with maybe a truckload of canned food or whatnot. You know, they were just trying to get their human priorities in order, not worrying about their trade. And maybe, as the universe and fate would have it, I come across them right when I need them, and then they can use this gear on me or my poor friend or, you know, whoever's in a bad fix. Okay, but moving into this compartment, this is kind of like the more normal side of things, and as you already recognize, my friend, the water burn gel, big fan of that. So much so, I've got a large tube of it, so I got burns kind of covered with this. And I got these because my mom had suffered a burn and used these to great effect in healing, and it reduces scarring. It's just really good. It's a Band-Aid with a lot of medication into it. It's good for burns. Some more blades and sutures, just in case I didn't have my surgical kit on my bug-out bag. I'm considering adding some surgical tools in here for just that occasion. But this is like a makeshift surgical kit. Just got your normal, you know, non-latex based bandages, varying sizes, whatnot. Because I use those a lot, camping, just tiny little nicks and cuts you just don't want to get infected. And as an alternative to straight up surgery, just wound closure strips. And These are preferable to sewing just because it's a lot less invasive and they're obviously easy to remove, so I'd kind of try and go with that before I start, you know, cutting and sewing there. And lots of gauze pads, just because this was, again, designed as a trauma bag, so I'm not sure what to expect. I just want to make sure I'm ready for whatever. And that's kind of that side of things there.
Attention.
Safe? Huh? Hello, San Marcos. This is the weekly Lady Bugout Report, San Marcos News Live, where we will discuss ways that you can prepare you and yourself and your family for urban and natural disasters. Lock it in live, San Marcos. San Marcos' own weekly news report, Lady Bugout series. Lock it in live, San Marcos. Sister Survival Disaster Preparation, Lady Bugout.